It's absurd how much I love Journey Spice. Journey Spice, non-GMO, no salt, no sugar, just all sorts of goodness and smart, environmentally friendly packaging. Pinch the top, take it off. Food tastes better. Comes in singles, 2-packs, and 4-packs. It's Journey Spice. Find them at Amazon.com. Time for Denver's best sports talk with the Altitude Daily.
This is the Altitude Daily Podcast. Everything you can't miss from today on Altitude Sports Radio. Moser, Lombardi, and Kane.
I got a weird fan. I'm flawed. I'm a flawed person. I'm a flawed fan. I'm a flaw. I'm a human flaw. When you're watching Minnesota OKC, who are you pulling for and why? I'll give you my reasoning when I hear yours.
I don't. I guess I'm pulling for OKC. Either one. It's a little engine they could. Our team is Indiana, so we've hooked our wagon to the Pacers, and whether or not they drag us across the finish line, that's a different story.
So much, I hate them.
Yeah,
both. So much.
All right. So what? When you're watching the game, what happens?
I don't know. You know what's weird is that I'm rooting for the team that's down to take the lead, and then they take the lead, and I'm mad about it.
I saw last night I saw Dante DiVincenzo's face, and that really made me mad.
He had 6 threes.
I know he did, but looking at him with his haircut like that, and I don't know, he makes me mad. There's just guys that that I don't like on these teams.
Can I give you my reasoning now? What I'm watching for and what makes me sleep better at night?
Sure,
this is it. I'm pulling for OKC. I want them to win, and I want them to win this series in 5. And frankly, I want them to sweep Indiana. I don't care, because I want to go home at night and think to myself, "Damn." The Nuggets gave them the best fight, and in my mind, the Nuggets are that close. And in my mind, the second best team in that playoff run is the team that took them to 7. That's what's going to make me sleep better. Now, I don't know if it's all true, whatever. We make things up. The other thing is this. I have this in my back pocket. When the Nuggets won their NBA title, they went 16-4 in the playoff run. Not once did they ever trail a series. Not once. They won every series, and they led every series. Oklahoma City's already trailed twice. They've already lost as many games as the Nuggets have in their playoff run, in their playoff quest. So I'm like, that's pretty good.
So why are you pulling for them?
At this point, I want them to win for that reason, because I think the Nuggets have already equaled what they've done in this playoff run. And the Nuggets had a more impressive playoff. I don't know, because I'm stupid.
The Altitude Daily. The morning sprint.
But here's the craziest thing ever. Jaylen Williams made All-NBA. Jaylen Williams made All-NBA, and Thunder fans were distraught. They hate the fact that a player made All-NBA. You want to know why? Because now he's going to get the Supermax. Now you can't pay a third player because you had a guy who was good enough to be on the All-NBA team. You can't sign Chet Holmgren. Holmgren is gone. You're going to have SGA and J-Dub. You're not going to have enough money to pay for Chet with this new NBA CBA. You know what I mean? It is stupid that a guy plays so well, he makes an All-NBA team, and your fan base, and I'm sure the front office is like, oh, damn it. Now we lost our flexibility because our player was really good. Because our guy is really good.
Before the Oklahoma City even have won their first championship, you can already see what has been in place for every other NBA champion over the last 7 years, in which they have not repeated as champions over a course of a 7-year span.
Yeah, because the Thunder are going to lose half of this talent because of what they're doing.
Like, go win it all.
Yeah,
that's where I'm at with the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Yeah.
Go win it all.
Yeah.
Because I'll tell you this, nobody in the Eastern Conference is going to be able to mess with Oklahoma City. And the Minnesota Timberwolves, while I do believe the Denver Nuggets still might have a Minnesota Timberwolf problem in terms of the matchup, the Minnesota Timberwolves have a really, really big Oklahoma City Thunder problem themselves. This thing is going to be over in 5.
Did you listen? We're talking about this game now. If we were talking about this series after Game 3, when Minnesota won that thing by 40, they had almost a 40-point lead at halftime. Won the game by 42 points. OKC just catches a beating, and I'm like, oh, okay, maybe we got a series. But then last night, Anthony Edwards doesn't show up. Julius Randle doesn't show up, and SGA does that MVP thing, and you're toast, and you're done. And now it's a 3-1 series lead for the Thunder, and I don't see Minnesota coming back and getting it.
You want to know the next player that's going to end up playing themselves into a Supermax?
Who?
Chet.
See, that's why. Okay, this is so crazy, man. It's so crazy.
The Altitude Daily. Columbus, Hastings, and DMAC.
I mean, I'll tell you, the guy that feels like we've got the season riding on him is RJ Harvey. This guy's got so much hype around him at this point. I mean, he's got to be the most special second-round selection in the history of the Denver Broncos.
It feels a little silly, doesn't it? I mean, were we piling?
We identified this guy. We traded down. We knew that nobody else was going to take him because, nobody else was going to take him until the fourth round. But he's our guy. And you know what? It's gotten so much hype. It's even on a national stage. Every time I read an ESPN article, all they can talk about is RJ Harvey, names that you might not know, the best fits in the NFL. Look, I hope everybody's right. I'm just saying this dude has got a lot riding on him.
I'm thinking of, off the top of my head, 2 running backs that were drafted ahead of RJ Harvey for the Broncos over the years, and it does not feel like they came with this much expectations on their shoulders. And I'm just thinking of Noshawn and Monte Ball, who were both taken. Well, Noshawn was a first-round pick. Monte was a high second-round pick. Are there any other running backs taken higher than RJ Harvey that you can think of
for
the Broncos? Yeah, for the Broncos.
Floyd Little.
Floyd, that is a good one. But there was a lot riding on him, and he delivered. He kept football in Denver, Colorado. We should all be grateful for that. But, okay, Floyd. But that was in the 60s. That was when they were just scratching to survive. But the franchise, that's his nickname for a reason. Floyd really did keep the Broncos in Denver, Colorado during a time that they were terrible.
The only thing I disagree with on your take there is I think there was a lot riding on Noshawn.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And in early goings, it did not go well. In his rookie season, it was a rough start. Now, Noshawn figured it out. He was a great running back.
He kind of became beloved by the end of his run here.
He did, but it was not a hot start at all.
No.
Okay. Do you think there was more heat on Noshawn than RJ Harvey?
I think there was a lot of heat on Noshawn, yeah.
Okay.
Harvey's got
I'm kind
a lot
of agreeing with you. It feels like there's way too much pressure on this RJ Harvey guy. Like
Noshawn Marino, what year was it?
Noshawn. Let's see, that'd be 2009 or 10. No, that'd be, 2009.
It was the same year as Robert Ayers because they were both first-round draft picks.
So 15, 16 years, fair?
It was a while ago, yeah.
What's changed?
What's changed? What do you mean?
Well, you talk about heat. There's 10, if not 100 times more social media. And everybody's a reporter. There wasn't as many muggles. You had like 4 muggles that traveled the team. Now you've got 14,000.
I think that what the truth is, the Broncos, now that they have an established quarterback coach, ownership and GM are all of a sudden a lot more boring. And so to your point, this RJ Harvey thing is like the biggest stretch. But the truth of the matter, this is a late second round running back. Hold your horses, everybody.
That if you're being honest, did you even know the dude's name when we drafted him?
It was one of those like, oh, yeah, that guy, because you were reminded of the CU-UCF game. And it's like, oh, yeah, that guy. Okay, yeah. It was like one of those guys.
You needed a refresher.
Yeah, it wasn't top. It wasn't a guy that we talked about when we talked about running backs. And anybody who says they were is lying to you. Whether we know the top running backs, we were all sort of on the tip of our tongues. He wasn't one of them.
The Altitude Daily. Kretman and Lindahl.
Andy, is Demaryius Thomas a Hall of Famer?
Ooh, that's a great Jeff Legwald question.
Can I start you with? Can I offer the table some numbers?
Yeah, are you going to go ahead? Give me the first offer here. I don't want the undercoating.
2012 to 2018. All right, that's what I call exactly Demaryius Thomas's prime. He was drafted in 2010, but injuries really kind of beset the start of his NFL career. 2012. Fully healthy for 16 games, and in his first fully healthy season, 94 catches, 1,434 yards, 10 touchdowns. In the Manning era, he had 10, 14, 11, and 6 touchdowns, respectively. Still had a 1,000-yard season the first year that Manning was gone, had 949 receptions in 2017 in one of the worst Bronco teams of our lifetime, and 2018 was the year that he was traded to the Houston Texans. But for the balance of the season, still put up 677 yards. So for 2012 to 2018, receptions, number 1, Antonio Brown, number 2, Julio Jones, number 3, Demaryius Thomas. 634 catches. So only Brown and Jones were above him. Receiving yardage. Again, Antonio Brown 1, Julio Jones 2, Demaryius Thomas 3, 8,496. Receiving touchdowns in that time. Antonio Brown 72, Des Bryant 58, Demaryius Thomas tied with A.J. Green with 56. So of those three kind of triple crown receiving statistics, receptions, yardage, and touchdowns, Demaryius Thomas was top 3 in every single one of those categories for that chunk of his prime for that 7 seasons.
Yeah, look, it stacks up for me. I mean, we're asking the wrong crowd here, right? But I would also throw in there the different quarterbacks that he was still so great with.
Right.
You know what I mean? It wasn't just Manning the whole time.
Yeah, the Manning thing helped. I don't think anybody would deny that it helped.
He had 90 receptions for Trevor Siemian.
Yeah.
He had 83 receptions in 2017 for 3 different quarterbacks.
Trevor Siemian, Paxton Lynch, and Brock Osweiler.
Brock Osweiler. Ball security is job security.
Mm-hmm.
I like Brock.
All-time rough Broncos season, and Demaryius Thomas still managed to put up fantastic numbers on an offense that couldn't do anything.
You've been listening to the Altitude Daily. Catch us live weekdays on 92.5 FM, the Altitude Sports Radio app, twitch.tv/AltitudeSR, youtube.com/Altitude Sports Radio, and your favorite smart speaker. Say Altitude Sports Radio.